Alright, hello and welcome. So, today is Barrow's 50th visit to the relays, and he has brought a lot of stuff. So let's just get into this. Okay, so there is a significant amount here, so I'm just going to kind of go in order. All the new stuff is at the bottom. So, we've got Prime Continuity. This is an amazing mod, incredibly useful on a huge amount of Warframes, and for 175 ducats, you have no reason to not get this. This is like instantaneous. Just get it. Just do it. Just get this. Same goes for Prime Flow. This is these are like really low prices for these absolutely fantastic mods. You have no reason to not pick these two up. These are phenomenal. Prime Flow, especially if you want to run LOR as a carrier, this is like that is what is up. Beyond that, Noggle statue. This is actually really nice to show that off when I get back to the ship. The Mara Detron is okay. I don't think that it is the best way to spend 250 ducats today, but if you don't have it yet, it's a fine thing to get. Prisma Shade. Prisma Shade is actually a lot more valuable now, and I would say he's one of the better Sentinels. And he's really just, like, 185 is super fucking reasonable for this, and like everything is like really cheap today, so there's not a whole lot of reason to not pick up stuff you don't have yet. So moving on from that, we got Prime Pistol Ammo Mutation. Of the Prime mods represented here today, this is the one I would suggest the least, so keep that in mind. But for those of you that are looking to use, say, the Twin Gurkata as your primary weapon, maybe this is something that you should look into. The Machete Wraith, this weapon is 100% mastery fodder, but hey, if you're looking to trade in ducats for mastery, you could do worse things. And beyond that, we've got the Nexus Fur Pattern, which we'll show off whenever we get back to the ship. I think this is actually probably the best look for a Kubro, so pretty nice, also incredibly cheap. The entire EOS set, this is all really cool. We'll equip that and show that off. This is new, I think. I didn't have it. I'm actually not 100% if the Katir Aeroskin is new, but we'll check that out whenever we get back to the ship. I didn't have it until I bought it today. The Katir Sakara, this is a really cool emblem, so we'll show that off when we get back to the ship. There's a ton of cosmetics today. The entire Impact set, which there's not really a use for this set as it stands right now. So I can't really suggest you get any of these, and I think there are a lot better ways to spend ducats today. The Katir Dyak Sindana. So of the Katir Sindanas, this is the one that is actually really cool, so we'll show that off once we get back to the ship. The Katir Kubra armor, we will show this off when we get back to the ship. Really cool. And then we have some more new things. So we have Pedestal Prime. This does not cost any ducats, and in fact only costs credits. So you might be wondering why I haven't bought any of these yet. And the reason is that I'm deciding how many I want. So, this is like the credit sink for people that want this type of thing. So, like, this is... I will be... I'm considering spending over 20 million credits on these things, if I'm to be completely honest. So... if you smoke them, if you got them. If you got the credits, man, look how pretty this is. Maybe you got things on your ship that you want to display. I'm gonna future-proof a little bit. I'm thinking about it, but I'll decide that a little bit later on. And then we got Prime Cryo Round. So this is a new Prime mod, obviously fairly worth getting because of that. Personally, I think this is a little bit boring of them to prime another damage mod, but it is an increase in damage, so pick it up if you're looking to do that. I would have been a lot happier with either a electric or a toxin elemental, because we use corrosive on a lot of our primary weapons, but for the super long runs where you would actually want an increase in damage and actually kind of need it, you'd be using 4 corrosive projections anyway, and cryo rounds builds into viral, so it's a little hard to complain about a new Prime mod that I guess is just a straight upgrade. I personally just would have preferred something a little more interesting, like Primed Intensify, or not even that really. More like Prime Stretch would be a little more interesting and change some builds around. But yeah, this is fine. Fine new Prime mod, I suppose. And then we have the Katir fireworks, which I bought one of just to have. I'm probably never going to use it, but I will have it. But yeah, this is just kind of like a nothing thing. If you have a fuck ton of ducats, then there's that. But today is a day to get yourself stocked up on the things that are really good that Baro sells. Prime Continuity and Flow, fucking cannot argue with these prices. These are super cheap, fucking pick them up. Prisma Shade, this is a fantastic thing to pick up. All the cosmetics that he brought are like really nice. Obviously Pedestal Prime, for those of you that just have excess credits out the waz like I do, grab a bunch of them. So, but yeah, let's, we've got a lot to show off, so let's just get back to the ship and start going through this stuff. Alright, so, now we're back to the ship. This is the Baro Katir Noggle, which I think is pretty nice. Also, solid place for it, if I do say so myself. So now let's get into kind of all the armor sets and the Kubros and things. I'll need a moment to set this up. Alright, so here we are. I have equipped pretty much everything we need to show off onto Excalibur. So let's kind of go over all of these things. So, obviously we have the entire Prime EOS set on, and this is the Dyax and Dana for Katir, or for Baro, which is really nice. This is the nice clean one that is all well and good. So, this being all of these things, let's go through this a little bit. Also, you'll notice here on my shoulders, these are the Katir Sekuras. So this is what the emblem is that he is selling. It's actually really nice. I like it a lot. It contours to your energy color. So let's go random a little bit, so you can kind of see how this thing pans out. Let's do the main colors of Excel, which I think actually looks really nice here, to be completely honest. A little bit more random. All of this stuff actually responds really well to color in my experience. Like this looks, I think this looks really nice. Specifically the shoulders on the EOS set. So there's a lot to be done in terms of fashion frame here. They're very nice. And then of course we have the Mark Paris here. With the Katir arrow skin. This, you can see it whenever it's zoomed out. Unfortunately, this arrow is like really long, but this has like the spinning energy Katir thing on the end of that, on the end of the arrow, which is really cool. So I'm pretty sure that is colorable as well, but we will see about that. So let's count the main colors, phrase as such. Yep, the end thing does respond to your energy color for your attachment. And this also responds pretty incredibly well to color, if I do say so. Actually, I think this might be my preferred arrow now for whenever I do use bows. This is actually a really cool thing. But yeah, that's the arrow skin, the EOS sets, the Dyax and Dana, and the Sekuras on the arms there. So now let's look at these stuff for Kubros. So this is all the stuff for Get up. Denon is sleepy. There you go. Okay, there we go. So this is the Nexus fur pattern. This is not really the way that I prefer it to look, but you can kind of see all the different colors here with the gray, the blacks, and the whites. And then this is the Katir armor, which does resize per your dog size. And the way I usually like to have the Nexus fur look is like this, which I think actually looks really, really good. But yeah, this is all of the items kind of together all at once. On big dogs, I don't think this armor really does super great because it gets really wide, but it does get smaller as your dog becomes not a bear. So there's that. But yeah, a really, I mean, it's kind of to be expected with what they've been saying about this visit. But this is probably the single best haul that Baro has had, kind of period, including that week that we had kind of a double inventory. So, now that we've gone over the PC stuff, let's head on over to console and see what they got. Alright, hello and welcome over to consoles. So, obviously, those of you on consoles will be getting the big haul a bit later, but this is actually pretty decent. Prismagorgon, this is much too expensive for what it has to offer, but it is here for those of you that would like it for the mastery. Prime Pistol Gambit, this is like a critical mod. That was not supposed to be a pun. A critical mod for many of your secondary builds. Tons of weapons want this. It is a very, very good mod that you should probably pick up. Even at 400, this is actually pretty worth it. The Prisma arrows, which they look nice, but they're nothing too special, especially considering the arrows that will be coming around that we just took a look at. I personally have never been much for these Koi Tail or these Jet Wings, but they're here if you're looking for them. Vermilion Storm, this is farmable. Astral Twilight is not worth it. How should I put this? Glaives are kind of useless right now, and so are claws. Like, both of these weapon types are not very useful right now, so unless you're looking to collect these for collector's purposes, or you just want to use them, then I wouldn't suggest getting either of these. Tempo Royale is actually, like, really good, and there's a lot of the much better weapons in the game that utilize this, with certain builds, like Terminator Nyx being able to move around a lot whenever they're using this. And while Cleaving Whirlwind does higher DPS, this offers mobility. Tempo Royale is kind of the stance here, and it's also the cheapest of the three. So there's really not much reason to go for Astral Twilight or Vermilion Storm, even though I think that Astral Twilight is probably the most fun stance here. Beyond that, Prime Morphic Transformer, this is an Arcwing mod. It's an Arcwing mod. Take that what you will. If you, for some reason, really value Arcwing, you'll probably pick this up, but probably not. And then we got Prime Target Cracker. So this is the companion mod for this. I mean, they're both huge, like, great, ginormous damage increases, and there's not much more to be said but that. They're both absolutely fantastic. And then we have the Mantis Prisma skin, and this thing looks really nice. All of the Prisma skins for the ships look fantastic, so if you enjoy the Prisma look, probably gonna pick that up. Otherwise, though, obviously, there's no way that this could really compare to the haul we got on PC, but keep in mind, those of you on consoles, you will get a haul exactly the same as, if not very similar to, the one we got on PC today in the future. But yeah, that's Varien.
Until next time.
I'll see you guys tomorrow. How many of these do I actually want? I have one. Alright, well... I don't need any for the Warframes. Maybe one. Because they're all already on shelves. Resources I probably wouldn't put on this, but maybe. Probably gonna put an Ayatan sculpture on... Okay, so that's like 5. I have to get at least 5. And then maybe 1 for each Syndicate medallion, which is 3 for me. And then... bosses? Maybe, well, Prime Noggles would probably want to go on this if we get those, so... I'm probably gonna want at least 20.
A pleasure doing business with you, Tenno. Perhaps you'll come to one of my next parties?
How about the credits?
If you like that, come back next time I'm in a relay. I'll have something extra special for you.
This is fine.
An excellent choice. Be sure to visit again when I have new finds.
I mean...
A pleasure doing business with you, Tenno. Perhaps you'll come to one of my next parties?
It is a double credit weekend.
An excellent choice. Be sure to visit again when I have new finds.
I could go down to, like...
If you like that, come back next time.
What if I just went, like, below 50 million? Yeah.
An excellent
I could.
choice. Be sure to visit again when I have new finds.
I could go below 50 mil. That's
If you like that,
that's plenty of credits
come
for
back next time
anything,
I'm in the
right?
relay. I'll have something extra special for you.
Yeah, yeah. No, this is fine. I can go. I can go down to like 50 million.
Perhaps you'll come to one of my next parties.
I mean, I can't stop now.
An excellent choice. Be sure to visit again when I have new finds.
I'll use these.
If you like that, come back next time I'm in the relay. I'll have something extra special for you.
Yeah.
A pleasure doing business with you, Tenno.
I mean, I'm almost to
Perhaps
30.
you'll come to one of
I
my
might
next
as well.
parties.
I might as well just like round it to 30, right?
If you like that, come back next time I'm in the relay. I'll have something extra special for you.
I don't need more than 30 of these. What if I had 40? I mean, what if I had 35? What if I had 33? If it's an even number, then I can't do anything asymmetrical, really, right? So what if I made it 45 million? What if I had 33? Yeah, let's do. Okay, this is fine.
A pleasure doing business with you, Tenno. Perhaps you'll come to one of my next parties. An excellent choice. Be sure to visit again when I have new finds.
This is fine.
Yeah.